In C programming, a string copy function is used to copy the character array or a string from one memory location to the another memory location. In this lecture, I will explain how you can use str and cpy function in your program, and I will also explain some important points regarding the str and cpy function. So let's get started. So basically strncpy function is a safer version of strcpy function. The strncpy function copy the n characters from the source memory to the destination memory. So let's see the simple syntax of strncpy. I have already mentioned in this slide. You can see here it takes three parameters. One is for destination, second is for source, and third one is for the number of bytes which you want to copy. I have already mentioned these points here. You can read if you want. So basically you can see that we have used const with the source because we don't want to manipulate the source memory data. And here we have not used const because we are just copying the data from here to here. And this is the number of bytes which we want to copy. After copying the data from the source to destination, strncpy function return the pointer to the destination memory. So let's see a small program to understand the working of strncpy function. You can see here I have already written a small program to explain the strncpy function. I have created two arrays. One is the src source array, from where we just want to copy the data to the destination array. And here is this, I have already mentioned the size. 14 is for the source array and 16 is for the destination array. And one thing you need to remember, you have to use string.h header file in your program before using the string copy function. So as I have explained in the syntax, first you need to pass the destination memory, then source, and then after the number of bytes which you want to copy. String copy function does not copy the beyond this limit. This is the maximum limit, means that it's only copy 12 characters from the source memory to the destination memory. So let's compile this program and see the behavior of this program. You can see here I'm not getting any warning and any error. So now it's time to run this program. Now you can see that my destination array buffer contain this data article word. So here what happened, here a string copy the 12 characters from the source to destination. It's a simple one. It's a very simple program to describe the string copy function. So let's see the working concept of a string copy function using the pen and copy. So here I am going to create a source array and a destination array, and I am going to copy data from the source to destination. Now I am going to use string copy function to copy the source array data to the destination array. So here I am going to write So here you can see I have passed destination array address and the source array address and the number of bytes which I want to copy. So here I just want to copy only 3 characters. So what will happen? It just copy the first character, start from the first index, just copy the H here, then I, and just null character. And now after the performing the operation, string copy return the address of destination array. So when you will print, you will get the data high. So this is the very basic concept to understand the string copy function. But here some important points related to the string copy function. So let's see these important points, because it's very important to know, because if you don't know these points, then might you get some error. I have already mentioned these points in the slides. If you want, you can pause the video and read the slide for better understanding. The first point is that, which I have already explained, you must include string.h header file in your program before using the strncpy. Either what will happen, you will get a warning, and it is recommended before using any library function, you must include the library header file. Second point is very important point. So what will happen if your source buffer is longer than the number of bytes which you want to copy? Then what will happen? Then string copy function does not append the null character implicitly. So you should be careful before using this type of situation. So let's see a small code to understand this point, because it is very important point. You can see here I have written a small code to describe the points. So here I have created an source array which contains some characters, and here is the destination buffer, and the size of destination and source array is 12. And in the next line, what I am doing, I am copying only 5 characters from the source to destination buffer. So let's build the program and see the behavior. Build and run. You can see here with 5 character, there are some garbage value. So because what happened, a string copy function only copy 5 characters from the source array to the destination, but it does not append any null characters. So whenever you print the destination buffer, you will get article with some garbage value. So let's understand this scenario with pen and copy. So here I am creating a source array and destination array, and here I am making the size of source array greater than the number of bytes which I want to copy. So here you can see that I have already created source and destination array and created a block of memory to explain this concept. So here I'm going to using a string copy function and just copying only 2 characters from the source to destination array. So here what will happen, a string copy the A and B. So here string copy only copy the 2 characters A and B in the destination array, and because this block contains some garbage value and it will not append the null character here. So whenever you will print the destination with the printf, then you will get AB with some garbage value and print the garbage value till it not get any null character. So you should be careful when you will get this type of situation. So let's see another important point related to the string copy. Third point is also important point. It explains that if the length of the source buffer is smaller than the number of bytes which you want to copy, then what will happen? String copy append the 0 till the n characters. So let's also see an example to understand this concept. So here I am going to create an 2 buffer, and here I'm making the size of source buffer is less than the number of bytes which I want to copy. So here source buffer size is 3 and the destination size is 10, and I just want to copy 5 characters from the source to destination. So let's see what will happen. So now writing a string copy and passing the destination and source memory address. And I just want to copy 5 characters. So what will happen? A will be copied from here to here, and also B same, and the null character as well. And the size of source is only 3, and here we just want to copy 5. So what will happen? 2 extra 0 will be written here. So this is the third point, and it is also very important points. So let's see another points. And before moving to the next point, I forget to mention one thing. In the second point, if you got the scenario like your source buffer is longer than the number of bytes which you want to copy, then in that scenario you should explicitly assign null character after the string copy function. So it will print a garbage value, and your destination array contains a valid string with terminating null. I have already mentioned an article in the description list. If you want, you can read this for the better understanding. So let's move to the other points. And the fourth point is the very important points, that you should not use string copy when the source buffer and destination buffer is overlapped to each other, because the result will be undefined, and in that scenario you should use memmove function. In my another video, I will explain how we can manage the overlap scenario with memmove function. So I hope you are able to understand the basic concept of string copy function. In my another video, I will explain how you can create own string copy function, means that own strncpy function, and how you can use this function in your C program. So guys, if you like my video, then please subscribe my channel and also share this video with your friends. Thank you very much.